so people are so sensitive these days, but still, like my personal observation. Watch me get in trouble for this, but you know, like with the Me Too movement, started in 2017. Right, like way back then, but still people keep coming out of the woodwork. Like, how do they not get everybody? You know, like how do they not get everybody? Where after all that, like, what was it? Just like this past year, maybe 6 months ago, all of a sudden it was Russell Brand. Like, how did that not come up over the last?
Well, the Tate brothers just got arrested again last night for some assault shit in UK.
And I say that pointing to how it was years ago, X, that you called it out. You blew the whistle on Diddy.
You see, that was a long segue into that motherfucking thing. I'll see you.
Yeah.
He was like, let me get around this corner. I see what you did there.
I'm telling you how
I see what you did. Dude, I'm not fucking talking about that.
You stayed under the radar. All right, man. We don't even need to go there.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, now, and I don't think we need to overly get into the man, how fucked up it is that shit you did to those cars. man, it's messed up what you did.
Yeah, I know. I did it. I was down there. I did every single piece of that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, it's crazy, man. The amazing times that was had with MTV involved. You know, even a bigger play for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like with the whole Jackass run into sprouting out, you guys having your own solo. You guys were like the Wu-Tang of MTV. You know what I'm saying? You're like, you had the group and you had spin-offs, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
wow, that's interesting, man.
Yeah, it's like the Wu-Tang clan of MTV. And you guys
I like that. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? You guys had like, you know, your show, Bam's show, you know what I'm saying? Like Knoxville, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just spread out like that. So when I came in, it was a time where, you know, they were doing that. They first of all, they put Pimp My Ride on at like 10 o'clock at night. And then when it did well, even at that hour, then it started going up and getting, you know, better slots or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And so I look at the cultural impact that those shows, your shows, what Pimp My Ride did, and it was like, yo, you don't know how many people come up and be like, yo, you were a big part of my childhood, like you were you were a big part of how, you know, I was raised and all this. I was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I don't know if that's a compliment or that's I don't know. Yeah, but
I mean, all over the world.
Yeah, it hit pop culture like a fucking meteor, and it was dope to be able. We didn't know what we were doing because we were having fun doing it, but you know, this stuff is here for forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, yeah, we had a cultural impact that I don't know if, you know, 16 and pregnant is having. You know what I'm saying? The same way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Did you come up with the idea, or did somebody pitch the idea to you?
No. Actually, it was a guy named Rick Hurwitz who approached me. I was actually at West Coast Customs getting my cars done. Actually, me and Shaquille O'Neal were probably the only ones that were going through there at the time. He had other business, but I mean, as far as I can remember, me and Shaq was going through getting like real cars done. And this guy named Rick Hurwitz was there and asked me if I wanted to host a show. And, you know, I was reluctant at first because at the time, hip-hop artists weren't fucking with anything reality TV. That was like a big fucking no-no.
Yeah, maybe Cribs.
Yeah, maybe Cribs at the time, yeah. But you were still being you. This was a complete departure from anything that I had been doing in my music. You know, like me being funny on camera, that was like, what? My motherfuckers never even smiled in hip-hop pictures. Remember it being full-blown conversations when you laughing like this, like, can I take a picture? Like,
Yeah.
And then go back to it, you know what I'm saying?
I saw you said that you just wanted to do Pimp My Ride because you wanted MTV to play your
Yeah, I just wanted them to play my fucking music videos.
Right, and that's really, really interesting, man.
Yeah.
So that happens. It's like, what year did that happen?
03 to 06.
Yeah.
Oh, 03 to 06.
But did you get any backlash from the hip hop community for doing it?
In the beginning, yeah, because it was new. It was the first of its kind.
Yeah.
It didn't really have anything to compare it to, right? But because this is at the height of like a lot of music that I was doing.
Yeah.
And so it was just like when this started getting bigger than the music, then I was like, I didn't understand it at the time, and I was I was too close to it. But hindsight is 20/20 now. When I look at it now, I was like, thank God. You know what I'm saying? Like it gave me a foothold in being a global artist more than any kind of music. It was people that knew about me from the show that knew about my music at certain points. And then when I started doing film, then it kind of like everything kind of catches up to each other. If they looked at the film and didn't know, then they would find Pimp My Ride, or then they would go look for the music, and then it would kind of like they started feeding each other. And so then it become like I didn't have to be this like top 40 pop guy, doing all that kind of music in order to have impact and staying power just as much as those artists. So it just did me a favor. It actually like solidified me as an artist around the world.
The guys told me that the Up in Smoke tour had attendance of like 250,000 people. Where do you fit that many people?
You got to break it up. You gotta break it up, Steve-O.
No, but what was it, the Up in Smoke tour you're talking about?
Yeah, that was that's what it said, right?
Or was it the anger management?
Oh no, anger management. It was
did
anger
3
management.
shows.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that pretty sounds right. But it was like 10 shows. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
10 shows. You're talking about the anger management we did in Milton Keys. In Milton Keys, it was 250,000 people, 3 days in a row, sold out.
Yeah, we're looking that up. We're like, well, how big was Woodstock? And Woodstock was like 460,000 people.
Right.
So that's fucking massive.
Yeah, Milton Keys, that was it. 250,000 people.
You remember that like it was yesterday?
I do. 3 nights in a row. It was amazing.
Where's Milton Keynes?
Milton Keys is right outside of London, in the UK. It's
outside
of
okay.
London, yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, when you're, I always ask like musicians this, because back then, weed was illegal. Did you have somebody meet you there with weed, or did you guys like smuggle it into different places? And what was your favorite?
I mean, weed and music go hand in hand. It's always been that way.
But what was your favorite? Like, how did you guys smuggle it to get into places where it was like illegal?
Well, I'm not gonna tell you that. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil it for
Tommy Lee told us where he put his coke.
I'm pretty sure. Well, Tommy Lee did a lot of shit that Xzibit won't do.
Yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot.
I can't give you my trade secrets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love that, dude. Like, Scott's asked so many people that in this van, and you're the first person to say, I'm not telling you like that. You know what's so funny, too? Like, I watch all true crime. True crime. And true crime is pretty popular. So I'm trying to figure it out. When are the gangsters gonna learn to say nothing? Give me a lawyer.
Am I arrested? Let me talk to my lawyer.
Right? I mean, dude, like you would think that the people would get wise to it, but every single show, they just sit there and just And right now we got proof that X is not gonna be one of the X is gonna be like, yeah, dude, like no.
You can't volunteer that information.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Do you like shopping on Amazon? I do. And good news is, Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole are available on Amazon. And if you want a real bundle of a deal, you can get Steve-O's hot sauce for your butthole, plus Steve-O's butthole destroyer, and Steve-O's butt wipes for your butthole. It's the butthole bundle, available on Amazon right now.
Yeah, dude.